What's going on, everyone? My name is gstring and we're back at it with another Pokemon challenge video. And my last challenge, we saw if we could beat Pokemon Platinum with Carvana only. And that was a pretty hard one, but we're bringing back an original right here with a little bit of a twist, seeing if we can beat Pokemon Emerald with the most loved team this time, as per request. Fortunately this time, I actually have the list of the top 10 Pokemon. We're going to be using all these Pokemon except for the legendaries. I think they're a little bit overpowered, especially Rayquaza, so that's why we're not using him. Sceptile is going to be our main starter endgame Pokemon, which means we're picking up Trico. First time I will be using him. And I think all these Pokemon are going to make for a good challenge, so let's get right into the rules. Rule number 1, we can only use the Pokemon on this list. The maximum level for the Pokemon in the end is level 50, no HM slaves, and no items in battle. I think the maximum level of 50 makes the endgame a little bit more difficult and means that we won't just be running through the Elite Four with an overpowered team. If you guys like the content, please subscribe and like, and let's get right into this challenge. So we're going to start off by naming ourselves G-String, as per usual. This time I actually managed to spell my name without having many difficulties, fortunately. And we get it started by picking up our starter. First though, we got to save Professor Birch with the Trico that we pick up. And we got to take out this Zigzagoon. It's no issue though, of course. It's the first Pokemon we got to battle. And after this, we are able to go back to the lab and get our starter Pokemon, which will be Trico. Of course, I'm very unoriginal, so I just named it Weed because it's green. That's basically why I named it. Anyways, we got to go up and battle May real quick. You know, of course, your typical starting trainer battle with your rival. But fortunately for us, May was no issue, no challenge to us at all. Get the nice 69 XP to get started off. And we're getting right into this challenge. So the disclaimer right here in the beginning of this video is we actually had to go catch all the Pokemon first, for a couple of reasons. Number 1, you actually cannot catch 2 of these Pokemon in the game, Feebas and Beldum. Beldum you get at the end of the game when you defeat Steven, and I didn't want to go through a whole challenge without the entire team. I think that was kind of stupid. Number 2, Feebas is basically impossible to catch. You can only catch it in a specific route, and the chances of you catching it are next to none. It's really difficult, so I didn't want to have to spend 2 or 3 weeks trying to make this video. I had to make up for time, so I am just catching all the Pokemon in the beginning. I also had to use Master Balls because Beldum and Feebas are not easy to catch, so I just got lazy and just ended up using the Master Balls to catch all of them. So that's what we're doing right here. We're just picking up all the Pokemon to get included in our team. I figured that having them at this low level to start off with makes it balanced and makes me feel less awful about basically cheating these Pokemon into the team. But I thought I had some pretty decent names for all these Pokemon. So we've got Megatron here for the Beldum. That's looking pretty good. And here's our last Pokemon, Feebas. I was going to name it Kevin Durant because I think Feebas' evolved form, Milotic, looks kind of like a snake. You know Kevin Durant's a snake jokes. Anyways, bad joke, but we ended up just naming it Kevin, and we now have the whole squad. We got the Trico, we have Absol, Ralts, Trapinch, Beldum, and Feebas on our team, and we're ready to get right into the video. We gotta watch Wally catch his Ralts real quick and go talk to our dad, and he tells us to head on over to the first gym leader, which is in Rustaburo City. And that's exactly what we do. We head right over to the first gym, and of course we make light work of it. We've got Trico, and although Absorb is a very weak move, we end up just sweeping right through the gym. Roxanne's team really doesn't stand a chance against us. We hit it with a Pursuit and a couple of Absorbs, and that's really all it takes to take out the Rock Gym, and we get our first gym badge from Roxanne. Fortunately, this first battle is going a lot better than it has in the past, and I didn't have to replay this one over and over again. So that makes me very happy. Also, we get Trico to evolve into Grovyle, so we've got our starter already evolved early on in the game after the first gym, which I'm sure will help us in the long run as well. We gotta battle this Team Aqua member real quick so we can give the old man back his bird, give him back his Wingull so we can get the Devon goods and end up going on to the next city. Unfortunately though, we gotta battle May here real quick. I would say unfortunate, but it's actually a pretty easy battle. We just pull out Sadness, he scratches Lotad a couple times and scratches Torchic a couple times, and we are able to defeat May. Starting off this challenge really well. I figured this challenge wasn't gonna be particularly difficult in the early game considering we have such a diverse team, but hey, that works for me. But we get on the boat, we sail all the way down to go get this letter to Dewford Town to go ahead and give it to Steven. Of course, we go walk right into the cave and hand it to him, of course. That's what we gotta do. But next up, we had to go train a little bit because we had to battle the second gym leader, and I knew that we had to be at least at a decent level to battle. So this is a little bit of that footage right here. I was trying to keep the team mostly balanced level-wise. Unfortunately, that didn't really happen early on in the game. Feebas, the only move that it knows at this point is Splash, so I can't really train it like that, and it's basically stat-wise irrelevant to me considering that it can't do a whole lot. So at this point in the game, I just had to level up the Pokemon that I knew were strong, which ended up being Ralts, Beldum, Grovyle was already pretty good, and Malaria ended up also not being highly leveled at this point either because that Trapinch just did not really know a whole lot of moves. But we end up going in and battling Raleigh, the second gym leader. He's got a fighting type team, but fortunately we have Batty, and having a psychic move in a fighting gym is very useful, so we knock out the first two Pokemon, the Milotic. Secondly, really quick, and the Makuta takes us out, but we bring in Sadness, and he takes it out, and we get the second gym badge. So, things are going pretty well. We haven't been absolutely whacked yet by any of the gyms, and we're moving along pretty well. So after that, we got to go deliver the Devon goods to Captain Stern, and we've got to go battle May again. So this Combuskin, it was just taking me out. It was just giving me the absolute smoke right here. It was just killing me left, right, and center. So I had to strategize a little bit. I had to change up which order I was going to go and battle May with. So I ended up setting out Weed first, hitting this Wingull with a couple of Absorbs so that we can knock it down to red health and finish it off with another Absorb. Next up, we have Combuskin out here. We bring out Batty because I knew Psychic was super effective against Combuskin, and our team gets almost completely knocked out, but we bring in Malaria, and Malaria hits Lombre with a few bites, and we get very lucky to hold on and defeat May. So this battle was as hard as most people would expect. Surprisingly though, with this whole team that I have, it's a little bit harder than I would like it to be at this point, but you know, we can't always get what we want here. So we get Curlia from the Ralts that we have, we get it to evolve. We also get Beldum to evolve into Matang. So now we've got a pretty good team right here. We're going to move on and battle Watson, and you know how many issues I've had with Watson in my last few challenges, but fortunately this time Weed ends up just wiping through the first half of its team, no problem, and I was really pleased with that. Glad we didn't have to battle this dude 10 times over, but we get taken out, and Megatron holds on to take out his Electrite, and we defeat Watson in one try. God bless. Usually it takes me about 50 tries to take out Watson, but this time we did it on the first try. We gotta see Team Aqua here real quick. They're not doing a whole lot. They're being up to their mischievousness as per usual, but now we've got to go battle Maxie here. And Dan, this is why we called her back. She's looking kind of thick out there. I know it's a guy Pokemon, but hey, no homo, man, doesn't count. Anyways, we take out the rest of Maxie's team. He's basically chump changed at this point, and we end up taking him out and foiling his plan for the time being. Fortunately, we get to have this nice talk with Archie, and he realizes that it doesn't matter what side we're on, you know. I guess it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, but it's time to move on to Flannery. She's the 4th gym leader. Usually I have some pretty good luck with her. Unfortunately, this Torkoal was absolutely, quite literally and figuratively giving me the smoke. It was just taking me out left, right, and center with its overheat. So I had to go train a little bit more, evolve Batty to Gardevoir, because I knew once I had Gardevoir on this team, it was basically over, man. This Gardevoir was so good, it just swept the entire team. If I would have had this Gardevoir at the beginning, it would have been no issue whatsoever, but God bless, we get that nice clean sweep of Flannery this time around, and we go ahead. I knew we had to go battle my dad for the 5th gym, Norman, so I figured we might as well get this Grovyle up to a Sceptile so that we could challenge him and basically take him out without an issue. Now, I thought that having a Pokemon with a fighting move would be helpful, but apparently we could just use Batty and knocked out the first 2 Pokemon. Unfortunately, Batty gets taken out. We bring in Weed, hits the Slacking with a Leaf Blade, and takes out Lanoon with another Leaf Blade. And that is it. We take out Norman. And like the dad I never had, he was very proud of us and wishes us luck the rest of our journey. If only I had a dad like that in real life. Anyways, it's time to move on to another fanboy experience with Steven, as we need to go head to the Weather Institute and take out the Team Aqua members there so that we can help save the scientists and get a free Castform, which we don't even need to use. But hey, I guess it's a nice appreciation for our work. At least someone actually appreciates us in this game. We've got another battle with May. Weed ends up taking out the Pelipper. We move on to Batty. One-shots the Combuskin. Fortunately, at this point, our team is super duper overpowered because basically we have Batty, and Batty can just one-shot basically about 90% of the Pokemon in this game. So we end up taking out May, which makes me very happy because now we have the HM Fly, which means we can fly around. But before we battle the next gym, we have to go get the Devon Scope from Steven, as he fanboys with us again. And I figured we should probably train up Malaria a little bit because I need him to get into that Trapinch evolution so that we can battle this next gym, considering that it's going to be a flying gym. And since Vibria can in fact learn Rock Tomb, I thought it would be a very useful member to lead off with, which is what we end up doing. We take out the Swablu with a couple Rock Tombs, but unfortunately get taken out by Altaria. We bring in Batty, who then finishes off Altaria. We also finish off Tropius and switch in Weed to one-shot Pelipper with a Leaf Blade. However, we have Sky Mori coming in here, and he's quite a difficult challenge. He takes out 2 of our team members, but Sadness comes in trying to take it out, and it ends up hitting itself in confusion and killing itself to give us the 6th gym badge from Winona. And we are moving along very well. This is a little Easter egg right here. So what I learned, in fact, is that in order to get Milotic, you have to have Feebas at max beauty. And since we are now at this little berry indigo block making machine, we are able to make enough indigo and blue blocks to max out Feebas's beauty so that we can level it up and evolve it into Milotic. This was a team member I was probably looking forward to the most because Milotic is an absolute tank. It's got great special defense, and it can just hit like a truck with that Ice Beam that it can learn. We've got another battle with May, and at this point, like in many other games, May, our rival, is not an issue at all. Batty is able to take out a lot of the team. Malaria takes out that Ludicolo. Pelipper comes in and gets taken out by Weed. And Combuskin gets taken out by a Surf from Kevin. And that, my friends, is May. And that's the last we shall see of her for a while. Fortunately, we are now done with the rival battle, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. We've got another nice meeting here with Archie. And whoa, there's children playing this game. Pulling out, son. Watch your language, Archie. Jesus Christ. But either way, we've got to see Maxie here as he tries to revive Groudon back to life, and we take him out no problem. I thought it was pretty boring. It was pretty much basically a one-shot fest, and then we got to find Archie, and he's escaping in an escape pod in the sea down to his little submarine. But we've got to move on to the 7th gym leaders, which are in fact Tate and Lisa. They've got this double battle going on. We get taken out actually a good amount by her. We gets taken out this time. We take out the Lunone, and the last Pokemon left is Zowtoo. And with the combined efforts of Sadness and Megatron, we take out her last Pokemon, and that is the 7th gym badge for us. So like I said, a lot of these gyms have been going really well. I'm so glad it's been pretty easy for us. Fortunately, this is the last battle we have to have with one of these team members. We take out Archie's team, no problem. Kind of boring, didn't want to show it, but he tries to revive Kyogre, which ends up causing lots of issues and makes Maxie pretty pissed off, and it means that the world's about to flood. So we do what we gotta do. We gotta go and meet Rayquaza. He yells at him a little bit to go get away, and that means we can now move on to the 8th and final gym. But before we get into that, we've got to get ourselves this Flygon real quick. So Vibria evolves into Flygon. That's pretty great. But we also get Megatron to evolve. We get this Metang to evolve into Metagross. And now we have probably the most stacked team you can possibly have at the end of this game. We move on. We got to battle Juan right here. We take out his Love Disc with a Leaf Blade. We take out Celio with a Leaf Blade. Getting up to level 45. Unfortunately, Kingdra takes us out, but we hold on with Batty to take it out with a Psychic. Then move on, take out Groudon with a Psychic. Get taken out by the Wishcash, but use Megatron to finish it off. And that is Juan. A nice, easy 8th gym badge. And we are able to move on and battle. Oh, wait, nope. You've got to battle Wally first, of course. Is his team any issue? No, it's not. Wally's trash, which I don't understand considering he's got a pretty good team, but man, we just have some really good type effectiveness right here, and basically just took out his entire team with one shot outside of the Gardevoir, so better luck next time, Wally. You'll get there one day, son. But now it's time for the epic grinding montage. Just kidding, we're not going to be doing that. And yes, I know I accidentally leveled up Sceptile level 51. I know I screwed up. But everyone else is 50 and below, so I guess that makes up for it. And I don't think one level makes any difference. Oh, God, I don't know. Well, let's just get right into this. Alright, so we've got to start off battling Sydney. He's got a dark type team, and fortunately we have a Transformer right here. Megatron has his Mega Fist of brick breaking ability, which allows us to essentially just one-shot the entire team. I don't even think there was one Pokemon that wasn't one-shot, outside of maybe the first Mightyana. But outside of that, yeah, we one-shot the entire team, no problem. Moving on to the next one, which is Phoebe and her Ghost-type team, and would her Ghost types end up standing a chance against our super mega awesome powerful team? No. Sadness was so sad that all his emo, inner teen angst and depression ended up taking out the entire team with a bunch of balls of shadows. So fortunately, again, like the last battle, we didn't have an issue with Phoebe. We move on to the next, This time we've got Galatia here. She's got an ice type team. We just bring in Weed. Weed hits them all with a couple of leaf blades. It's going pretty well. We actually bring in Batty to take out Celia with a Thunderbolt. We bring in Megatron to take out the Glalie. The Glalie tries to actually kill itself. It's so pissed off, but it can't take out Megatron. And Weed comes in to finish off the Whalerine. And we are moving on to Drake, the 4th Elite Four member. He tries to pull a fast one on us by switching out his Shelgon and bringing in Flygon, but we end up taking out his Flygon, switching into Batty, and taking that Devil Edge to take out his Shelgon because we used a Calm Mind there. Salamence ends up taking out Batty, but fortunately we have Kevin up our sleeve with those Ice Beams. We switch in Sadness to take the heat from Altaria so we can knock itself out. Weed unfortunately gets taken out by Kingdra, but we bring in Megatron and take it out with that Psychic to defeat Drake and move on to the champion, Wallace. Now, of course, like every other time, goddamn, this man Wallace was causing me problems. He was hitting me with these double edges all the time, and I couldn't beat him with the double edge because then this Tentacle would just take me out. And of course, once I got past the rest of the team, this Milotic, man, I'm telling you, Milotic's a beast. And at level 58, we just did not have the levels. I did not think we were going to be able to do this at this level. I thought I was going to have to go back and train my team up some more so we could actually get this done. But fortunately, we have one of the best runs right here. So we take out Whalerine, a couple of Thunderbolts, we take out Tentacle, and we end up learning Hypnosis right here. Now, this is key because we end up putting Ludicolo to sleep with a Hypnosis. 4 Calm Minds to basically turn us into God on Earth. And at this point, when we have 4 Calm Minds on a Gardevoir with that 125 base special attack, there's nothing that's going to stop us. Not a Wish Cash, not a Gyarados, not even with Intimidate, and not even the final Milotic. Even though it hit me with the Toxic, I was getting a little bit cocky trying to put it to sleep. But I took it out, and we end up defeating Wallace, which makes us the champions of the Hoenn region yet again, this time with the most loved team in Pokemon Emerald. This challenge was so much harder, actually, than I first anticipated. I thought it was going to be a cakewalk, but we actually had a couple of struggles right there, but let's move on. This is the team right here. We've got Batty, we've got Malaria, we've got Weed, we've got Kevin, Megatron, and then Sadness, and that completes the Hall of Fame, the champions of the region. Only took me 29 hours to get this one done. It was a lot of fun. I really liked this challenge. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you like the content, subscribe. If you like the video, hit it with a like. Follow me on Twitter if you can. And if you guys have any recommendations, leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys later.